Yeah, Taoiseach, child poverty and child homelessness are completely unacceptable. We have 190,000 children at risk of poverty in this country. But one of the most damning facts is that child homelessness has gone through the roof. We've now 4,105 children living in emergency accommodation, 2,000 families. Child homelessness has gone up from October in 2021, when it was 2,300 children in emergency accommodation, to now 4,100. It's shameful, it's unacceptable. The trauma, the stigma, the mental health impact on children is utterly unacceptable. Now, what I want to know is, what is the government going to do about it? Right? Because to me, in every case of child homelessness I come across, there doesn't seem to be a policy to stop children and their families going into homelessness. When they are in homelessness, unless they are at the top of the housing list, they're told to find a HAP tenancy, and the rents are so far ahead of the HAP thresholds, they have absolutely no chance of finding anywhere. So they are trapped in homelessness. In some cases, if their parents or one of their parents' income is over the threshold, they can't even get HAP. They're totally trapped in homeless accommodation. But yet you won't do anything either to raise the thresholds, control the rents, or increase the amount of social and affordable housing we're getting in private developments. So what are you going to do to get people out of the homeless, children out of the homelessness trap?
Thanks very much. Deputy Boyd Barrett raised the issue of child and family homelessness. Assisting individuals and families facing homelessness is a major focus for government, and increasing the supply of housing, particularly social housing, is critical in responding to homelessness. We're now seeing record levels of investment being provided through Housing for All. In 2024, over $5 billion is being provided for the provision of housing, and we anticipate more social housing will be provided this year than any year since the 1970s. Budget 2024 also allocated $242 million specifically for homeless services, and that includes prevention. It'll help with the provision of emergency accommodation for those who need it, and also increase prevention activity. Local authorities and their service providers, or rather service delivery providers, will work closely with all households in emergency accommodation to help them secure an exit to a tenancy. Local authorities have been sanctioned to acquire 1,500 social homes, mainly focused on acquiring properties where a social housing tenant has received a notice of termination and is at risk of homelessness. For private tenants at risk of homelessness who are not in receipt of social housing and don't qualify for it, the cost rental tenant in situ scheme has also been introduced. The National Homelessness Action Committee, chaired by Minister O'Brien, was established in Q4 of 2021. The overarching objective of the committee is to ensure that a renewed emphasis is brought to collaborating across government to implement actions in Housing for All, along with bringing better coherence and coordination of homelessness-related services in delivering policy measures and actions to reduce homelessness. In terms of the income limits for social housing and cost rental, we keep them under review. We have raised them, and I no doubt will raise them again, taking into account rising housing costs and also inflation and rising incomes.